song is a fucking bop.
It is. It is.
It's really good.
Soundtrack is a bop.
Good.
Also, I found out something interesting, by the way. So I was telling Steve, I messaged my friend who introduced me to Danganronpa that I had to be reminded of the bad ending, and he told me something that I wish I just didn't know now. He told me a hentai artist made a hentai doujin that follows the what if scenario if you decide to live as the family.
Oh, that's awful.
Do you know what's even awful about it?
What?
Apparently, the author of that one wrote what is still to me one of the worst doujins I've ever read in my entire life. And wish I just never experienced it. I did not experience it for pleasure, for the record. It was just my friends and like, you gotta read this. I'm like, why?
What was it?
It's called Emergence. I don't recommend reading it. Do you want to know what the context is?
What?
Innocent girl, life just goes down the fucking shitter.
Oh no.
In the worst possible ways.
I hate when that happens. There was a fucking anime like that.
It is,
I don't remember the name. There was an anime where there was just this innocent girl, and then like everything around her was just awful. I couldn't watch it because I felt so bad for her.
It is.
I gotta ask Brandon what it was.
I do not. Out of sick curiosity,
no,
maybe, but I honestly do not recommend reading it. It is a downer. It is a downer.
Gee, I wonder what Bottles is gonna do. Alright, so the ultimate
Don't you dare put Saki up, you asshole! That's the name of the girl.
Okay.
Okay, so this is you.
She just like pops up in the corner.
No!
The ultimate despair. It's her. She's the ultimate despair. Well, she got caused ultimate despair.
That story did bring me despair, I'll tell you that.
A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. The same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That's fucked up. That is the Master Destroyer. So it's multiple people. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Sort of. But right now,
we have to get out of this horrible place.
yes!
Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Oh, sorry, Kyoko. The bread was really good. Yeah, you're right.
Good bread.
Some bread Parker?
I guess I keep talking to her.
Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Yeah.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
So.
That's right.
How about that one behind it? The one behind us.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyoko, turn around, please. Oh, okay.
Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open up this door, right?
So.
Let's find out.
Kyoko's so fucking based.
Kyoko took out the key and Monokuma designed inside the keyhole. I want to put my...
I want to put my keyhole in there. I'll say it.
Alright, you went to that. You went there. Click.
I also said keyhole.
By Adam Sandler.
God.
Yes, it opened!
Was that a good movie? I never saw it.
I actually heard that one was okay.
There are some Adam Sandler movies I really like. The
I
one
just
that,
don't like Adam Sandler.
I mean, yeah, but there are some.
I like him in Hotel Transylvania, but that's
I
not
like him in
really
Hotel
his movie.
Transylvania. Yeah, Wedding Singer was really good.
And now let's get out.
Have you seen that one?
I haven't.
Wedding Singer is a really good.
And now
movie.
we can get out of here. Let's go. Pikachu.
Sounds
good. I don't want to play the E version.
Good, you have good taste.
We open the door. We are freed from the garbage pit.
I'm just having like fucking flashbacks to like one of the earliest episodes where we were talking to fucking Sayaka and like traded Pokemon cards.
I forgot about that.
That was a good bit.
Oh, Steve, it's time to read them all again. Don't actually.
Finally.
Okay. Finally.
We're finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6.
Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death.
Deadly life.
And it goes, notice how it goes straight into deadly life. There's no... Remember how like each one is like student life and that...
Oh, that's right, yeah.
It goes straight into deadly life.
After leaving the garbage pit, we find ourselves in a time... Oh, I never noticed that. That was really cool. And extending straight up like a chimney. There's a metal ladder leading up to the tunnel. Started climbing the ladder. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, if there wasn't a ladder, they do that fucking thing from Emperor's New Groove where they just, like, put their backs against each other and walk up the thing. Whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Upskirt.
Yeah, luckily you got the sensors, so no demonetization here.
Let me just, sounds of camera snapping.
Okay, the ladder was impossibly long. What a thrill. There's a point in Snake Eater where you climb a really long ladder and Snake Eater starts playing.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's the joke.
Snake Eater's a good fucking song.
Oh, yes.
He has a fucking kick-ass remix.
Yes, it does.
Oh my god.
So we climbed into the dark. I'm sorry reading your lines.
We climbed into darkness. This was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were down so far.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you.
I'm sorry, was that your line?
Yeah, that actually was me.
I didn't notice it was blue.
Yeah, I'll be careful.
But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking with it will keep my mind off it.
So,
like
KYOKO, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work? How long? Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous? Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So, because we take pride in it.
Pride!
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society.
She ain't the ultimate detective. She's the ultimate true neutral.
Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort? It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride.
Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking for info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself a purpose, to protect the pride of her family.
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter UPSKIRT Academy, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do.
But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter UPSKIRT,
it was because of how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that. Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reunited after all those years, right? Wouldn't you have had so much to talk about? There's something I wanted to talk to my father about. There's something I want to say to him, though.
Fuck you.
What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it? I want to sever all ties with him.
Yeah, that was pretty close. Fuck you. Sever.
The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future. But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died. He simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind.
That's fucked up.
I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him. If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I would have I never would have had the chance to become a detective.
I was above KYOKO on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. Well, from where we're sitting,
Steve.
Sorry. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell how she looked. I just want to let you know, the entire time I haven't been reading lines, I've been staring at her ass. Just want to make that very clear.
Bap on the head.
I couldn't see how she looked when she said that. What she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional.
I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true. But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really? The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. And that's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow. That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that. Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Is blood really enough to call someone family?
Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top.
Ta-da!
It's all rusty. Ew.
Looks like this is it. On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us.
Holy shit.
We're back. A dinosaur.
I was just about to say that!
You remember the hatch at the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I left it earlier, so it should open out without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing.
I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch.
It didn't open.
The hatch opened with ease. And so...
Ta-da!
Oh, that's what did that... Oh,
looks like we're
okay.
back. Oh, I heard this, whatever. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted.
Okay, so consider it safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy.
KYOKO, thank you. I would have never gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. So, what do we do now? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the Mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you helped me, so they might... You're worried? Yeah, of course. Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh? Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's... If we try and hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away.
As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera.
So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry, it's not what you think is going to happen isn't. Because the Mastermind is the one that's ensnared.
The Mastermind is ensnared.
You said something like that before. What does it mean? The Mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Murokuro's death. There was a moment where the Mastermind let their guard down. There was? If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations.
I'm still a little... No, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
That was me!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. We don't have really a choice, do we? Monokuma should be in the gym.
He always is.
Let's get going. Leave the area. Find Monokuma.
Oh my god. I haven't cracked my neck all day, so that one was like... it's like a chain reaction. We're going to confront the bear.
Wait.
What? Oh, right. We can fast travel.
Yeah, the gym's right there. So,
Okay.
right. There we go. We're going to the J-I-M, the gym.
My father. My dad's name.
I figured that's what you meant.
For context.
Hey! KYOKO, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead! What's he doing here?
That's exactly how I thought he'd react. You're really gonna be okay.
You were supposed to be punished. Did KYOKO help you? So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance.
Well,
KYOKO? Do whatever you feel you have to.
What the fuck?
Before you do, let me ask you one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose?
You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me. I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right?
Hey! What are you talking about?
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined in that position, one person would protect another like that. And in response to that unexpected development, you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
Damn.
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed him. Now, here's your absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mercuro, you did. So executing Makoto for it surely would be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose.
You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto? Yeah! And you can prove this, right?
No, I can't.
Don't just say it like that.
What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence!
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time I can guarantee I'll find some. Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair he would have been gripped by the despair you so loved and inspired. But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
And that's supposed to enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
It's not you I'm trying to convince. If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh? Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right. Despair can never kill hope. Of course, you can say we're making all this up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square, then I suggest you take my advice.
So, what is this advice of yours?
To do Mercuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial. It's time for one last showdown, one final battle between hope and despair. Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say?
Fair trial. One last showdown. In other words, we've entered the endgame. This would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mercuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed!
I forgot he makes bear puns.
He does. Barry?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes! Now, what you're suggesting might be plausible. It would certainly be made for one honey of a climax.
Does that mean you accept?
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right?
Unbearable.
then I'm prepared to agree with your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
Despair.
Let's have one final grisly showdown!
He agreed. And we still have a shot at this.
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here.
Oh god.
All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify it as a victory for you. That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mercury's death and solve the mysteries of this school, then you win. But if you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement! When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure. When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair?
I honestly can't believe how all this has turned out.
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held. I remember that for sure! So what? I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious, I said it before! But it bears repeating! Everything is based on the school regulations! And having a trial for Murkuro is no exception to that! Huh?
Murkuro's trial is no exception. Then it's part of the regulations. Which would have to mean that whoever killed Murkuro...
It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns anyway. Here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And only people to take a single step in Hope Speak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
What? Are you telling the truth? Why are you quiet all of a sudden?
I'm done talking, I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya?
Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Leave me alone, get out of here!
Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go?
I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay.
Oh boy. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. Still have my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I think Kyoko's dead.
I'm gonna have to call it here.
Yep, alright, I
I'm
figured.
sorry.
No problem.
Next time on Gameplay Buddies, guys.